Good day, my viewers. You're welcome to my channels once more. My name is Benson. So today we'll be looking at this topic, merging more than one Excel file into one spreadsheet. So in this exercise, a sample Excel file on Coca-Cola sales for Abuja Depot, Lagos Depot, PortHarcourt Depot, and Rivers Depot will be used in this exercise. So this particular sales file are extracted from all these locations in Nigeria, in these different states: Abuja Depot, Lagos Depot, PortHarcourt Depot, Rivers Depot of the Coca-Cola producing company. So now, the first thing I have to look at is the files I have to work with. Here I have the files inside the folder, which I name Merge Depot Sales. I will open it. Inside of this folder, I have Abuja Depot, Lagos Depot, PortHarcourt Depot, Rivers Depot. So I will have to show you each of the files so that we can look at the variables or the variations inside. So this is Abuja Depot, Coca-Cola sales file, Excel file. So inside of it, we have two columns and we have 367 rows of records, sales record for Coca-Cola. You could see here that the worksheet or the spreadsheet is named Coca-Cola sales, and this is for Abuja Depot, as you could see on the title bar, Abuja Depot. So we have two rows and 367 rows and two columns, and we have peculiar columns. We have the date columns and we have the sales amount column. The same thing in respect to others. Lagos, this is a Lagos Depot. We have 367 rows and then two columns, and then its name, the worksheet is named Coca-Cola sales. Do not forget, your worksheet must be named the same name, and then you must have the same column so that you will not have any error in your work, in your exercise. So now let me minimize this and look through the third and the fourth one. This is PortHarcourt Depot. You could see that it's 367 rows, and then we still have two columns, which is sales amount and date, and the worksheet is still named Coca-Cola sales. Likewise, the third and the fourth one. So now, what I will do now before I start my exercise is to put all these files off. Let me close them by clicking X here, this X symbol. So I click close. Then which one again? Rivers Depot. I click close. Then the next thing I click close. So I'll be using a blank worksheet. We have a large number of worksheets in one workbook. So I've already opened my workbook, and I'm having one single worksheet for now. So I'll be using this single worksheet to do my work. So now, what am I going to do? How do we start? The first thing I have to observe is that where is my folder kept and where are my files? I kept my folder on the desktop and I named it Merge Depot Sales. So that's the directory which I kept my folder. So let me now enlarge this. So now let's start. I will go to the data tab on the menu bar. I click data tab and I go to get data. I have to tell you I'm using version 2021 of the Excel application. You might use any other ones and it's still the same. You'll get the same result. So now get data. I'll click get data. I'll click from file. Then I will scroll down under from file, this sub menu from folder. I'll click from folder. So what happens when I click from folder is a dialog box will pop up, and dialog box names browse. I'll use this browse to navigate through to the directory where I save my folder or files. So now I click desktop under desktop, I could see my folder here, Merge Depot Sales. I click it and I click open. I'll wait for a little seconds. So here pops up this dialog box. On this dialog box, I could see my files have been temporarily uploaded. Abuja Depot .xlxs, Lagos Depot .xlsx, PortHarcourt Depot .xlsx. Everything is Excel, and the paths at which I grab all these files is shown here. C /users /administrator /desktop /merge depot sales, and the time I extract them, date modified, date created, and attributes and date assessed. So everything is there. So that one does not matter. So the next thing I'll go to this tab here where I see combine. I'll click combine and transform data. I'll wait for some seconds. So Excel is evaluating the query. Be patient with me. So now, having done that, so for me to see, have a preview, this dialog box will pop up immediately. So what's the name of this dialog box? Is Combine Files dialog box. So here we have Coca-Cola Sales. So I'll go straight. If I name it something else, maybe like I just name it Sales. It's Sales that you'll see here. So I name my worksheet Coca-Cola Sales. So I'll click it. On the right hand side, it will show the data merged together into one file. So it will show it here, just temporarily, just a preview, not in total. So if parameter there's an error, you can say skip file with error. If a file has an error, you can click here to avoid such error. But my file, I'm very sure it doesn't have any error. So I click this. The next thing I do is what? I click OK. I wait for some seconds for the query to be processed. It's determining automatic transformation and evaluating all the data on that file. So let's wait for some seconds. So here we have another dialog box or a new page open, and we name it Power Query Editor. So this takes us to Power Query Editor. So here we are in Power Query Editor. In Power Query Editor, we can do a lot of exercises like trying to remove the duplicates in our data. Here is our data. We have Abuja Depot here, though the name has changed, the title has changed. The title says source.name. So we can change the title the way we want. We have date as we have in our file, and then we have a sales amount, which we have on our table over there. If you scroll down, you'll find out that we have a lot of data here, which is from Abuja Depot down to other depot. You could see 367, we'll reach 367. No, this is Lagos depots. We have so many. So it has already merged everything together. And if you look at the query setting, this property pane here, you could see that we have apply steps. So peradventure you make mistake, you can easily go maybe like 3 steps up, you understand? And if you do any mistake, you can easily delete such mistakes here, and then you still continue your work. So for now, this is what we want to do. Then what we want to do now is we want to do a little cleanup, and I'm very sure I don't need to remove any duplicate in my table, because I know that all the data that are there are very unique in the sense that there's one data is not the same thing, is not the same as the other. So now what am I going to do here? I could see something here is not really looking nice. So I could see that I have Abuja Depot.xlxx. So for it to look okay for me, I can easily remove .xlxx. So what do? I'll go to source name, I'll right click on it. I'll go to split column by delimiter. When you split column by delimiter, your delimiter might be hyphen, your delimiter might be full stop, your delimiter might be comma, your delimiter might be quote, symbol, your delimiter can be any other symbol. So in my own case, my delimiter is what? Is full stop. So what do I do? So now I look into this place. If you look, select or enter delimiter. I could see space, column, comma, equal sign, semicolon, space, tab. So I could see custom. So since full stop is not there, I can click custom and place full stop inside it. Boom. Here we are. So now how do I split? Okay, this is full stop. So I'm going to click split at leftmost delimiter. Leftmost delimiter. So I could see that full stop is in front of XLSX because I want to remove XLSX. You understand? So now I will click leftmost delimiter so that from there you can separate it and split it into another column. So now I will go here, I will click OK. So here we are. You can see it has been splitted. And this column now is useless. I don't need it. So I can click on the column and right click and say remove. So here we are. And then I'm not still okay with the source name one because it doesn't connote anything. It doesn't have any relative with the Abuja Depot name and then PortHarcourt Depot. I can simply say location. Let me rename it. I'll click on that column source.name.1. I'll right click on it. I'll go down to rename. I will say location. I'll press enter key. After pressing enter key, you could see that everything has changed. So the next thing I do is what? I will go to close and load here. Close and load. It will now lead me back to my worksheet. It will lead me back to my wait for a moment as it comes to my worksheet. So evaluating query, we are almost there. So here we are. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. So now it automatically brings us to Excel table. It has converted everything as an Excel table. So we don't have to panic again. We could easily sort by clicking here and sort out through all our filter here. We could easily sort whatever I want to sort by clicking our filter link here and here and here as well. So for today, this is what we have, and then we will be having the next section whereby we'll be using this data to create pivot chart. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel, and then if there's any need to make call, you can make call on the number on the screen. Thank you, and have a wonderful